And the first match of the night, Revetleafing going up against Semiij, quickly getting the first hit, going with Pyro this time around.
And wow, getting in incredibly fast to get a start here. Got the first hit and made the read early on the projectile, but bad input there, and he gets trip guarded for his effort, and now Semiij going to try to turn things around.
And the corner pressure, immediately going for that armor. Very smart to try and keep himself away from the corner for as long as possible. Using very nice meter usage there by Revetleafing, being able to switch the positions there, and now has all this space to work with.
Oh, and a lot of respect, full screen. Semiij knows that, you saw very early, Revetleafing has that ability to teleport in fast, just as Mileena has as well. So the full screen game is going to be different. And wow, here we go. Semiij turn things around out of nowhere, it seems. And oh, that was so smart. I think he faded and tried to bait out Revetleafing trying to armor there. But it was able to hold on to a bar, so at least he has that going for him.
That was so tricky. I have never seen Semiij do that. Go for a jumping punch immediately into EX Ethereal phase.
Ooh.
And it worked out perfectly. But Revetleafing not being phased, taking quick control of this second round here. And we're seeing that air superiority that Revet has been so known to do. He's so good at his mobility, both on and off the ground. And as quickly as round number one, Revet gets round number two.
We just saw a raw roll from Semiij. This is the finale. This is a little bit of nerves, I think. I've never seen this man raw roll before.
This man keeps it as safe as possible. Semiij is the epitome of a textbook playstyle. In all forms, on the ground, in the air. Oh my god, that conversion. There we go again, that juicy corner damage, switching positions. Wait a minute, he's not done yet. Look at that damage, 23%, and misses it.
Oh, and this is Revet's turn, here we go.
No.
No fade to respect, but now he does.
And now he has a life lead to work with. He's so close with Semiij getting the grab. It's not going to do it just yet. The match extended
to get us started here in Season 2 finale. We get a match extended. Oh my gosh, guys. Everyone in that chat, you better be getting hype right now.
Oh, misses the conversion. That was so crucial. Could have given them the first round. Semiij sitting in the driver's seat, so close to closing out the first round. Misses the conversion as well. Just gets that lower Julian, returns it again with the block and the punish. What? Presence of mind to just stay as calm as possible to get that, but that's a hell of a statement to say going into the set.
Yeah, what a way to start us off. Revet looked really strong for how for how he's played Semiij this entire season. I mean, he looks ready for this matchup.
And here we go, just trying to keep it as safe as possible. You see how well Revet uses that meter. Even though he's going for the EX Purple Dust, it's still a good use of meter management because it's safe. It keeps Mileena's pressure away from him. But even now, Semiij showing he doesn't need bar to work against Revet. Taking quick control of this first round here, and that is going to be a clean punish for the first round.
Something you have rarely seen here in the Kombat Cup is that drill punished accordingly. So Semiij has done his homework. He has been lathering for this man. And it now he's up 1-0 with a health lead. And oh, barely whipping, and what a punish from Semiij. This man's spacing is immaculate.
And he's playing just as well. We're so used to seeing him. That could have been such a nice conversion. Here comes that juicy 23% as well. And I love how Revet is approaching the matchup. He stays up close, and once he feels like he's starting to lose control of that pressure, he just kind of steps back.
What a read from Revet on that fade, and got out of there and still got the damage off the shroud. Great start, but wow, caught Revet swinging there. And Semiij one mix-up away, and he does have a fade. And we saw what happened before. Luckily, Revet baits it out.
And he's so close, gets the quick power drill, and Revet quickly staying alive there. That was extremely risky, but you know what? It's that calculated craziness that we're so used to seeing from Revet.
And I absolutely love the mix-up where he held that charged overhead so many times before already in this set and conditioned him for that overhead and got him with the low.
Who gets that purple dust going? That damage is just sitting there waiting to be called out. Put me in, coach. Trying to get that quick 23%. But Semiij doing all this juicy pressure, spending the bar, keeping it safe, and keeping it his turn.
Yeah, and he built so much bar off of spending the bar, but here we go. Revet gets decent damage, 25. Tried to check him fast with that EX projectile, and what a conversion again from Semiij. This man never leaves damage on the screen. It's crazy.
Every single hit that he connects is going to be able to get at least 28%. And we're seeing here just some beautiful zoning by Semiij. almost uncharacteristic.
That very first round of that second game, and then Semiij answered with a huge conversion of his own, and Revet just has to get comfortable here because Semiij playing incredibly well.
That was such a smooth teleport, just getting out of the way just in time, but he's not going to be able to stay away from this damage. Luckily for him, Semiij with an uncharacteristic drop, but here's that pressure that we're talking about. He's going to be able to even out that life lead, almost in chip alone, but the conversion again! Getting all of this damage, gonna get the hard knockdown, jumps right over for some more pressure. Very nice use of that armor just to stay away from him. There we go, to 32%. So close, narrowly missing that whiff punish, but that is another punish. These whiffs by Revetleafing are, he's burying himself.
All these drill kicks, I mean, you know, that's something he's not used to people punishing, I think. And that's something that's, you know, it's kind of in his hands. That's something he's used to getting away with, but Semiij having none of it right now.
And he's playing so on point now. Revetleafing getting all this chunk of damage. He does so well early on, but then here we go. The story of the set. He gets this pressure. It almost seems like he's so antsy. He's going to take that risk, and Semiij is smelling it a mile away.
And now he's going to build extra bar, and he comes off all of it. I didn't even expect that. 2 fades in a row, and Revet does not have a breaker. He has to eat one more mix or potentially armor here.
Oh, and scouting out the armor. Revetleafing. No meter to work with, still has the space. He just needs to stay calm, but that neutral jump punch is certainly the nail in the coffin, and it seems to be that history has repeated.
This is our second match of the night. Dragon versus Young Monster.
Going with the cosplay costume, I respect it, but Dragon opting to go Shinnok in this variation, I think it's the smart move here. He's going to use those health sparks to his advantage and just kind of keep that footsie game pretty much under control. You know, Jacqui, very scary up close and from full screen, but that mid-range game, definitely got to give the edge to Shinnok there. But there's a nice little down one into a beautiful conversion. The trance already in the corner, and this is that mix we were talking about. Being that he steals that move, Shinnok is safe off of every single low starter.
And becomes a launcher in the corner just like that, which is a scary situation because against Imposter Shinnok, if he doesn't have any bar, always block high, because without a bar he cannot launch you if you eat the forward 4. That's just a little bit of advice from home, but if he has a bar, or as you see there, if he gets a launcher off the low, it becomes Mix City.
And that really just the blender is probably the scariest situation to be in the corner. Dragon making the ground shake, getting that down 2 for the first round. Now, Young Monster still has a bar to work with, but he needs to get out of this corner. If he gets hit with that trance, even the little bits of damage here are going to pay off.
This might be the most aggressive I've seen Dragon play. He has tried to get in Young Monster's face so many times already. I've seen a lot of shoulders in, and it has been crazy how aggressive Dragon has started this matchup and tried to down 4, but into a stanky leg. Young Monster's got some control here.
And that was a beautiful reverse grab to keep himself out of the corner and put that pressure more so on Young Monster. Gonna spend the bar here and get a nice chunk of damage. Young Monster opting to wait to see if he guesses wrong. No doubt he's gonna have to break here. Gets off the bar, but still sitting in the corner, scouts the jump.
Oh, big drop, and what a punish from Dragon. Wow, and that down 2 looked like it had extra damage on it. That thing hurt. Just this kind of aggressiveness. Let's see if Dragon tries to come in immediately. He kind of baited it with the instant run block, but wow, Dragon getting started. What's going to be the mix?
That Hellspark hit Young Monster's pinky toe, and it's still been able to get that conversion, but just drops the trance there. Very unfortunate drop there. Could have got a nice amount of damage, but now Young Monster, all the space to work with, but we know Young Monster for being the pressure animal that he is.
Oh, and this is a scrum situation. A lot of pokes and counter pokes to the Dragon. Eventually one goes in the Hellspark. If you keep pressing a button, it will work.
Oh, very nice tech by Young Monster. Still not ready to give up this first round yet. Has the positioning. A little bit of a almost tied in meter. Dragon sitting on almost 2 bars. Young Monster building meters, slowly working his way towards 1.5. But you see now, Young Monster is much more comfortable from full screen, especially against Imposter, whose really only way in is that shoulder charge. And it manages to connect. We talk about it all the time, how Dragon is so good at knowing when to use that shoulder charge and always having that bar meter to work with.
And he spaces it so beautifully. This man is a master at hitting it at just the tip.
It's always just a tip.
Always just a tip, and good block from Young Monster. Wow. With a double backdash, getting him out of the danger there. And Dragon up comfortably with a bar. He's blocked so well on Jacqui's mix.
Oh, but decides to keep it, doesn't use the bar. Very smart, knowing that Young Monster was no doubt expecting the use of meter there. And we see that walk back, just trying to confuse his timing a little bit, but he is doing so well. Dragon ready to close out this first match here, or the second match. Just keeping his distance. He doesn't have a bar to work with, so he's not going to take too many risks, but he took one risk, and Young Monster right there ready to punish. Still keeps the plus frames going.
Oh, the jump kick was really late. Dragon, I think, could have got it that one out.
Has to keep it safe. No meter to work with. Just narrowly missing the punish. Young Monster gets clipped again. Even all that chip. Young Monster is so good at dealing chip damage with Jacqui. But being able to stay so aggressive kind of eliminates that ability to do that much damage. And there again, with the shoulder charge, quickly taking the first hit. Oh, but a beautiful punish by Young Monster here.
And kept it muteless. He wants this bar, he wants the launcher, he wants to keep it safe.
Seeing there all these staggers there. Young Monster, no doubt, was looking to spend the bar, but luckily is just now trying to zone out Dragon, scouting out the teleport. That was beautiful.
And what a conversion, and it just puts him in almost a position to push Dragon to the corner, but Dragon savagely throwing this man back towards the corner himself.
You know, just keeping it safe like we said, and spending both bars. Young Monster gonna try and keep his meter here. Hopefully, if he can guess right, but Dragon goes for the grab, gets the quick 16% there, and Young Monster is gonna need to be very careful with his meter, but no punish!
Oh, that was some mind games on top of mind games. He could have meter burned that shoulder, but even then, you should be able to get a poke in between, and that was just savage from Dragon. That he's sitting comfortable, and it's kind of scary.
It's the will of the young man, dude. These are two youngins going at it, both of them with almost no meter to work with. Young Monster barely over a bar, but Dragon has just not giving Young a chance to really do anything.
The double backdash, we've seen it work a few times now for Dragon, just staying away from Jacqui's pressure. The potential mix, the potential big damage, Dragon has avoided it all. His spacing has been beautiful, even though he's maintained this aggressive style.
Dragon is really showing that really the best offense is a good defense. It's kind of insane to watch for him to have such great defense and still be so aggressive at the same time. A couple trades there. Dragon looking to close it out, and the EX Hell Sparks.
And here we go.
Bone Shaper at that. And he's going for the zoning playstyle. You know what? I respect it. Shinnok just has the normals that Kenshi doesn't to be able to deal with Cassie's range. Go getting that grab. Rewind making a quick clinic so far. And that's that suffocating pressure we've seen him use with Cassie. That win rate, looking to keep that one going.
Immediately blowing up the shoulder. Rewind says, you know what? Trying to catch me off guard, but I am prepared early.
You know what? It's an unfortunate drop, but at the same time, it still shows that he has a presence of mind. I'm not sure what he went for there. The back one in the normal flip kick.
Looking for an overcommitment, trying to catch Tweedy pressing buttons. Not paying off. What a whip punish from Tweedy with forward four.
Wow, and Tweedy really impressing me right now with the Shinnok gameplay. Oh, and a savage down two by Rewind to say, get off me, sir. Trying to chip him out, but just misjudges the health.
And look, the EX glow kick having the gigantic forward hitbox for absolutely no reason. Great start here from Rewind.
They're getting that down for the plus frames. Definitely in favor of Rewind right now. And he's really just going for that super aggressive playstyle, using the invincibility frames, saying, sir, it is still not your turn. But Tweedy opting for a different situation here. Gets the restand. He's going to decide to go for the maximum damage, and I like it because you know what? He's trying to keep Cassie away by any means necessary. Even if he has the life lead, he's more comfortable staying away from Cassie, and he's doing really well.
Yeah, he's done a great job of keeping Rewind off him, but he has to be careful here. He has no meter. If Cassie gets in, look at all this bar that she is sitting on.
And even that he had the idea, he wanted to go for the full conversion to be able to close it out, but he had such a nice life lead, he didn't even want to take the risk. He had no reason to, and he knows it. But now here's the issue. He has his back towards the corner. Rewind is sitting on a fully loaded gun.
This man is loaded right now, and no NJP from Rewind. Went for an empty jump. Wow. Way to turn things around. And that was actually a trade in Tweedy's favor. No meter versus meter, and Tweedy turning things around. Big drop, though.
Oh, but you know what? The recovery definitely going to be able to make it safe. But Rewind going for a interesting conversion, still manages to drop it. Very unfortunate. But this is the pressure that we're talking about. This is what makes Cassie so dangerous. And he's on the verge of taking the first game of the set.
Oh, and that stand one actually beat out the startup there from Tweedy. That could have gone.
Whether it's double elimination or not, he wants to be able to stay at winners for as long as possible. And no doubt, it's very easy to say that he has put in the most work with Possess, but at the same time, you can almost feel it in the air that he hates this matchup.
Yeah, well, and you know what? You kind of got that feeling when he started that round off with EX over it. He wanted that first bar. He wanted to start it away from Cassie, but such a huge start here from Rewind. Get him in the corner with the knockdown. Is he going to respect the bar? At this point, yeah, I would not have respected it whatsoever. Rewind is playing so well right now. And Tweedy on a little bit tilt. That was a wake-up raw flip kick. Rewind, you savage. You absolute savage, sir. That was great.
And this is exactly what we saw by Rewind, not just throughout the season, but this past Wednesday when they played each other before. This is the type of playstyle that Rewind was doing that helped him get that quick 3-0. And we're seeing here, he's taking his time, even if he's taking the little bits of damage, just being able to scout out the missed times in Tweedy's meaty setups is incredible.
Baiting out the armor and knowing Tweedy's playstyle, a lot of people fall for that check on the second demon. Very smart from Rewind to simply wait it out.
Oh, and that is an easy punish by Tweedy, but no meter to work with to keep it going. Gonna have to stick with an 18% punish. And a reverse flip kick. This man has had flip kick buffered since the character select screen.
That was an incredible input to get on reversal, and again, meterless flip kick on anti-air. And this is a chip out situation, ladies and gentlemen. That's gonna do it. Tweedy going down 2-0 quick to Rewind.
I don't know what else Tweedy can be doing right now. This is...
with this character can do some amazing things and some amazing comebacks.
The comebacks are really the name of the game, but Rewind getting the first hit yet again. This guy has been on fire since the match even started. But now Tweedy gonna get a very nice chunk of damage finally. Probably one of the first combos we've had a chance to see as Kenshi. Those instant air gunshots gonna be able to help control that neutral. And really just the threat alone between that and Cassie's back one is kind of keeping Tweedy on the floor.
Right there, Tweedy. You rarely see Tweedy respect anything when this man wakes up with a bar, but he actually respected back one there. And wow, Rewind getting things started. He's going to go for the guaranteed mix with an EX. Now punch here, and he is.
Now what's the mix? Gonna keep it simple and a reverse grab. That was probably the last thing Tweedy expected. No doubt he knows Rewind has put on a clinic in the corner, but now Rewind, although taking that first round, lost that corner positioning, thus giving Tweedy all of this space to work with. That back one, looking to try just kind of catch Rewind off guard. You see him playing very patient, but Rewind is just mixing it so perfectly between the staggers, between the grabs. Tweedy is getting the little chunks of damage, but it's just not paying off in the end. Rewind going for 21%, no bar to work with, and now finally has a bar. He has buffered that regular flip kick every single time. There you go, finally getting the punish. Tweedy not out of it just yet, does not want to be sent to losers. Rewind on the verge of taking the set. So close. Tweedy not giving it up just yet, no whip punish.
And simply walking through the demon, and now this is chip territory. What's going to happen?
Down 4. No. Oh, and he still closes it out.
That was crazy. Tweedy just put it all on the line. Still would have been plus. So I definitely respect it, but he has been low demon conditioning Rewind that entire round, and the overhead paying off, and the demon coming out of nowhere there. Oh, what an anti-air from Rewind. On a run to be able to react with a stand one. That's some skill right there.
Cancel the run just in time to get that anti-air. But now Tweedy, you know what? After that round, I think Tweedy's starting to feel a little bit more in his groove. You see how easily he's able to control that space. Still getting clipped by the back one, but other than that...
Every single time, Big D. Rewind has those reactions. This man came to play tonight.
Oh, and this is looking devastating for Tweedy. Gonna try and go for the quick jump and set up. Tweedy using the bar, no meter to work with, but gets flipped.
The first time it doesn't anti-air, but still an uphill battle.
He's not out of it just yet. Rewind scouting out the overheads left and right. And the down 2 after the run in. Rewind catching him in the air.
And can we talk about how much he blocked?
Set. We're seeing them go out of the gate with their respective mains for the most part. iLuusions with one of the scariest
Stand 3
sources.
anti-air. Never in my life in the glory of all that is Atlantis, have I seen a stand 3 come out of Quan and hit somebody.
Oh, and there's that hard knockout. That's going to be extremely hard to deal with. iLuusions needs to get that portal into play so he can stay away from Sektor's insane zoning game. Oh, gets clipped by the 1-2. No doubt iLuusions going for the full damage into the hard knockdown to put that portal into play. Dashes forward, pushing him a little bit more towards the corner, but doesn't have that armor to work with for the next few seconds. Misjudged the timing. Oh, what?
Oh, anything can happen here, and that is going to be close to death. I'm not too sure this BNB will do it. He does get the jump over, though, which is the damage.
No, he dropped it! No.
SonicFox didn't confirm anything there, and it hit him in the ground! What?
He wasn't even on the screen!
What?
He was not even on the screen. iLuusions, no doubt, had a sigh of relief there. iLuusions tried to go with the meter burn portal there, trying to get rid of some of that meter that Fox has to work with. Doesn't get the meter burn portal into play, but at the same time still gets that nice conversion. And here comes that armor portal.
After seeing Skydrop hit all the way through the ground, should we really buff Skydrop?
I don't even know anymore. What kind of hitbox was that? Paulo, if you're watching, please.
Oh, it's SonicFox not getting the punish. He didn't recognize that iLuusion didn't have the meter until it was too late. Now he does have the bar. And welcome to Mix City. He's going to get the corner. He's going to get the portal. And this is S+ tier Quan Chi, ladies and gentlemen. This is armored launchers on almost every button this man presses. And that's going to do it. iLuusions takes the first game from SonicFox to start us off here.
Not just the first game.
Hidden brutality. All season long, we've been dying for it.
iLuusions, no doubt, does not want to start now. Already losing that first hit, but jumps right in.
He went right through the coin. The coin didn't even matter. That had to have been a foreign coin, and it did not transfer over.
Getting that armor in play, iLuusions has done so well with this zoning game, and just having that timing on lockdown. Oh, and he uses the armor, and what a conversion! This is going to be tricky to keep going. He's going to decide to keep it simple with that hard knockdown. And he still has that hit of armor to work with. And you see SonicFox almost over-respecting that hit of armor.
And right there, that's the mind game that our Lord and Savior Paulo gave Quan Chi. Now it's a guessing game off of Rune.
And Fox finally showing some signs of life for almost the first time in this entire set. Now, iLuusions is almost out of the portal, but he's going to try and keep something going, but another miss with punish.
And he still was in the portal. Can we talk about how big the portal is? Can we talk about that for a second?
His pinky toe wasn't even in there. That was the toenail of the pinky toe that still gave him that hit of armor.
Please.
Please. Paulo, where are you, man? Still gets that hit of armor.
iLuusions has been throwing out those portals in the most unsafe fashion these past 2 rounds. That's something that he has to adjust, and overcommitting for once.
Wow, and just picking up right where he left off. iLuusions, it seems like he's kind of falling apart here. He needs to be very careful, especially with the meter use.
Oh, and careful.
He has to break here. But he has no meter to break, and that's going to do it. Are we going to see the brutality? Wait, is this what? Maybe he heard you. Maybe he heard you. Brutality. Wait for it.
At every opportunity, after every claw on hit, even full screen, he will zone with it. No other Reptile uses it as much and as effectively as iLuusions.
And this is interesting because you don't normally see Fox play against a Reptile player, let alone one of this caliber. I mean, iLuusions, no stranger to execution, and
just like right there, Basilisk up, and now this zoning becomes even harder to deal with.
I wonder if the Caltrops knocks him out of Basilisk. Maybe Fox knows something that we don't. That's an interesting thing to take a look, but either way, iLuusions had no reason to go after him, went for the zoning opportunity, and took full advantage. Taking in the first round, showing that Reptile is now a pretty interesting pick against Fox. But this is one of those things that we have to go back to. Both these guys have a wide variety of characters to choose from. Who is Fox going to use if he goes down as Erron Black? But he's not even thinking about that right now. Gets a nice little, a nice juicy corner combo.
Now, even though he's down a match right now. Now, listen to me. SonicFox with this character is the most clutch thing I've ever seen in Mortal Kombat X.
I mean, he has an achievement named after him.
Trust me, guys. I was there from the beginning. In person, this man with Erron Black has mounted some of the greatest comebacks that you will ever witness. And I will never count out this man with Erron Black.
And that was so smart by SonicFox. He canceled the Gunman stance because he knew that the pistol shots were not going to actually chip out. So he goes for it one more time and then guaranteeing the chip. Breaks the forward 4 slide. I'm not sure if that was intended.
What a whip punishing conversion from SonicFox. This is getting scary. Illusions back to the corner.
If Illusions wants to get back into this game, he needs to get out of that corner right now. Down 4 straight out of the 4-4 slide again. Letting Fox respect that the Basilisk, but
what a block! He
who
knew
blocks that.
He knew. He said Illusions. I've seen it before. I've watched the archives, okay? I went to youtube.com/streamyvids. I've seen you do forward 4 slide multiple times before while you're in Basilisk. That is a launcher. That's a whip punish from Illusions. He's up 2-1.
He needed a match to adjust the Reptile. He's a very confident player, but as is Illusions. You take a look at his playstyle, just this calm, cool, collected, wash down play. It's so calculated, but it's so successful.
Oh, and there's that Quan, and what a conversion from SonicFox. Down 4 command grabbing off the entire, and Illusions has gotten caught waking up meterlessly quite a few times. And now, is he going to succeed or? Yeah, he does want to come off any bar. He wants to hold it going into the next round. I actually like that from Illusions. He was down so far on the health lead. Don't give Fox more meter. Don't block.
Ooh, and just barely clips him with the EX slow force ball. Definitely the easiest way to help get that pressure. Back 2 from the air.
Get out of my airspace. This thing hits everywhere, and SonicFox has the knowledge there.
Those gimmicks are not going to work, and Illusion should know better than to use stuff like that against someone like SonicFox. Oh, it still clips it! Oh, just barely misses the conversion. No doubt, tried to get the neutral jump punch instead. Input error, unfortunately leaving some damage to be left off of the table.
Overcommitting with the slide, and now he's off all of his meter. Anything can happen here.
Oh, doesn't spend the bar. Illusion's trying to make something work, and this is no doubt going to kill.
It wasn't even active yet. The bubble was right there. It was
and nonetheless, they are sticking with the same exact characters.
Guys, let's see those emotes in that chat. I want to see some Echo Fox emotes if you want Fox to take this, or some Noble emotes if you want to see Illusions pull off the, dare I say, upset.
And you know what? It would be called an upset. SonicFox has taken him the better part. Most, if not every single time they've met, and here comes Fox with some beautiful max damage corner combo here. Gonna be just shy of 40%.
Oh, and just shoving him into the corner still. And SonicFox, look at how much meter this man has going into what could be the final round. Fully loaded. That's a full stick of butter. Oh man.
And SonicFox is just scouting everything out that Illusions has been doing. He's just keeping that distance. That space is so hard to deal with as Reptile. But here he comes, getting that Basilisk going. And here comes that zone. He's gonna at least build some meter, get some chip damage, but SonicFox gets clipped by the force ball.
Oh, didn't have the stamina to fully convert that, but that's okay. The forward 4 and Oki catches SonicFox pressing a button, and look at the damage.
Shades of Milky situation. Hey, hey, hey. And here, Game 5, last round. Loser is going into the loser side.
Frightening stuff, both of these guys playing lights out. And SonicFox still has all of his meter. Illusions trying to get it. No punish though from SonicFox on the EX. And he does another one. Illusions playing a little too risky right now.
And you see now he's going for a little bit more of the full screen game, knowing that those force balls have taken the better of SonicFox pretty much for the majority of the set. Look at that, just controlling that space, hits him with the back 2, going for the hard knockdown in the Basilisk. Very smart good. EX wake up by Fox. Oh, just barely missing that whiff punish there. Nice backdash to escape the last bit of chip damage there. Illusion still looking to get the better part of Fox, but now he's sitting on his last legs, goes for the EX slide. This could be death!
And that is going to do it! A Noble Illusions takes it over Sonic. He loves to roll Mileena, and I think it's out of spite because we know how salt-inducing Mileena's roll can be. We've all tried to down one Mileena and get low profiles for it.
You know, because that's what's supposed to happen in this game.
Paulo!
But here he comes, getting the 4-3 to connect. Look at all of this damage!
45%, that's some big girl damage if I've ever seen one. Dragon trying to reverse some kind of momentum with that Savage down 2, but the damage had already been done.
And here we go, Semiij, and almost just feeling right at home, taking the first round in a pretty nice fashion. Dragon not ready for the Hellsparks to connect, gets a very wonky conversion. But speaking of wonky conversions, hitting Mileena out of the floorboards. that setup. Look at all of the damage. Dragon with an amazing conversion, not only getting that damage, but also keeping his back in open space, forcing that oppressing pressure that Shinnok can offer.
There we go, big conversion. And you know what? In a normal situation, some players would still succeed this round, but Semiij never gives up. He believes he can win this round. That is frightening.
Never give up, never surrender, but Dragon still takes the second round.
Fight.
I'm so happy you got that.
that was a behind the camera moment between Big and that. Here we go. Counter poke. Using the hit stun, gets the throw. Gets the position towards the corner and not falling for the stagger Dragon this time.
You see, he's trying to. Dragon's going for a little bit more back into what we're so used to seeing him do. He kind of sits back and controls that footsie space. But Semiij, being the machine he is up close, I mean, just take a look at this pressure. He knows when to use the meter, when to go for the staggers, when to keep the plus frames, and don't you dare try to anti-air Semiij or Mileena. And just look at the damage, and that's not going to close out, but that puts him in chip territory. Wow, goes for a risky jump in, and he still has a chance to do something with this. And the trade, Semiij.
Into grand finals from loser's side. That's Dragon took from Semiij.
And no doubt he wants to let himself fall short in the finals for the second time in a row. Dragon getting a reversal grab. Quick 12%, and you see here's that, the down four hell sparks, the bane of most of our existences.
And what a backdash from Dragon. I would not have the audacity to backdash off of a Psy on hit from Mileena. That thing is plus probably 8,492.
Or 8,493, but that's the savagery of being a young player, man. I'm telling you, that is the attack. But here we go, getting a beautiful air-to-air conversion. Gonna keep it simple with the 15%, but Semiij, beautiful block on the back three by Shinnok. And there's a scout on the teleport. That's what's really gonna make this hard for Dragon. The mobility severely limited due to Mileena's amazing anti-air options.
Fight.
See, now Semiij just kind of back on there, but then that's what we're talking about.
That was scary. He whiffed a stand one and baited Dragon into pressing a button and simply swiped him for it. That was insane from Semiij.
But we're talking about how you can switch between being aggressive and defensive at the same time. And Semiij is a perfect textbook example of that right now. So Dragon finally getting a hit conversion yet again. Here comes the trance, and what is for dinner? A beautiful forward four right on the dinner plate, and some juicy damage to wash it down with.
37 is going to add on 16. He does not yet on 15 with the forward four into the amulet. And what a tech from Semiij. And whoa, just a run-up fade. And he does not have any breaker, but the rarest drop. He still picks it up. Wow, Semiij is playing good right now. That was a huge
things, man. And for the two of them to go up against each other with reactions like that is absolutely incredible. And really, Dragon is not out of it just yet. He may be down 2-0, but each match has been extremely close.
Yeah, if you talk about clutch in Mortal Kombat X, Dragon is the epitome right there.
If you look up clutch in the textbook, in the textbook, you're going to be able to see a picture of Dragon.
Exactly. Eating some Kraft mac and cheese, but that's for later.
Slash Lunchables.
Ooh. Pizza Lunchables.
Pizza Lunchables. I was just about to say that, but here we go, getting a 12% grab. And Semiij has just been so on point with these blocks. The fuzzing, you know, just by looking at that, he's been practicing it.
No, not afraid of Dragon's wake up whatsoever. But Dragon picking it up, and is he going to jump over? No, I have expected him to try to reverse the positioning, but catches Semiij, not watching his feet.
You gotta watch your toes, young man. You see here, just ducking under and try not to give Semiij any more meter than he has to work with. We've seen here, it's getting down to the wire. A beautiful tack on the grab by Semiij. And then just a beautiful hit confirm, seeing that Dragon let go and block during, expecting a stagger, and Semiij now sitting on set point.
He only, the window there to hit confirm, again, those young man reactions. I mean, the first part was blocked, and to see the second and third part of that string hit, oh.
The reversal grab, now Semiij has that corner pressure to work with. Dragon just dashing up and going for a back three, and it actually connects for perhaps the first time this set. Deciding not to spend the meter, very smart choice, knowing that Semiij isn't really in a position to really risk it right now, but he goes for it anyway, and this time Dragon there with the punish, unfortunate drop.
Oh, and there's no low profile in that bad boy coming in hot.
go. That trance pretty much virtually safe from that range. It hits him with it this time.
That's that Michelangelo raw trance out of nowhere, but Shinnok does possess it.
Oh my god, that was a beautiful whip punish on the whip grab by Semiij. Now has the corner positioning again, and just take a look at that pressure.
And he's gonna build another bar. He just built another bar in that sequence.
And besides the bar, look at the chip that he's dishing out that's virtually safe. Dragging it with down one into a reverse grab. Looking to close out this round, but Semiij can still close out this set right now. Going for a little bit more. Oh my god!
Just the tip of the shoulder. The Dragon Special. Semiij had nowhere else to go. There was no more space left on the screen. Back was literally to the wall. Shoulder wasn't up.
On the very tip of that shoulder pad by Shinnok, still connected. And that really kept Dragon in this set right now. He could very easily put himself in a position to take this game. But Semiij obviously going to do everything in his power not to let that happen. You take a look at all of that damage. Already spent a bar, about to have another one to work with, and there it is. Beautiful blocks by Dragon on that forward three.
Oh my god, what just happened? The meter burn tracked down the fade. Now we've pretty much seen everything.
I mean, it just never ceases to amaze me. You see players like this wait a minute.
As long as Semiij has one. And wow, what a turnaround.
Beautiful tech by Dragon. He's not out of it just yet. Just slowly ticking away here. The down two off of the instant recovery.
$100.
Imagine if the stakes were raised. But here we go into round number one of the set. iLuusions is going to stick with Sorcerer Quan and Rewind, going with Flame Fist Liu Kang.
He has a great win record with Flame Fist, and he wants to just pressure this man to death. And already going to get some huge damage as that Flame Fist is already active. And oh my gosh, 39%.
And the beautiful chip damage to follow up with. iLuusions blinked, and he's already looking at like an 80% deficit. But gets the clean jump in. Here comes some really nice. Oh no, he keeps it simple. I cannot believe that he gets the 4-4. The mix is so real, and the dream alive as iLuusions narrowly taking round number one.
Round two.
Not only getting that round one, has the corner to work with. Oh, very nice hit conversion by Rewind. And this is just the type of player that Rewind is. He can convert off of almost everything.
There we go. What a run-in and catching that portal. That was insane from Rewind. I don't know if it was a reaction or what, but the moment that you see those hands start to twist, you've got to run in and check this man, especially with Liu Kang, where you have an armor shredding normal.
And you know what? And I like the idea of him going Flame Fist. It's just Liu Kang in general. That back one is going to eat up all of Quan's armor whenever that portal is in play. Wow, and just let's have it. You see there, that back one going to be an absolute wonder here in this matchup. And Rewind takes round number two. Pretty much, I wouldn't say with ease, but it was a little bit more comfortable with him. He's still sitting on a bar to work with iLuusions.
Oh!
That is not how you want to start. Lucky for him, Rewind with probably definitely a very unfortunate punish.
Yeah, he had him cornered if he would have activated Flame Fist, and another huge risk from iLuusions.
What recovery!
Oh, and the 50-50 with everything on the line, iLuusions would have been on life alert if he would have gotten punished there.
There you go, beautiful 35% meterless. The portal is in play. Gonna be able. Whoa, the hitbox!
What in tarnation just happened? That hit everywhere!
What?
It didn't actually hit him, but it actually hit him.
Holy hitbox. Now, he's not going to be phased. Rewind still sitting in a pretty good position. Armoring right through it, on the verge of helping to take it, but here comes that really tricky zoning. And there's a punish, the 1-2 narrowly closing out game. Flame Fist Liu Kang, I think it's the right call. The idea on paper is helping him out, but iLuusions playing so well right now. And just the meter management, I think, is really what's helping him out the most. He knows when to meter burn the room, when to keep the meter, and all of these jump and punch conversions are really just making quick work of Rewind right now. The armor portal comes into play. There's that juicy zoning. He's going to take his time. Obviously, none of us want anything to do with that pressure.
Rewind got caught in just a respect bubble there as he was staring at a money pit of armor that was raining on Quan. And iLuusions, seeing that respect, running up, catching him with the low, bringing him to this corner, and just mauling him to death with a flawless.
That is definitely the mayo on the chicken sandwich.
That was a savage indeed.
So he's going for the breaker. Oh, doesn't let the back three connect. Very smart by Rewind, but still manages to get hit. Unfortunate drop, but opening him up with these mixes.
Ooh! Great down two from Rewind. And gets Quan full screen without a portal up. And you have to keep checking. You don't want him to get that portal up. That is where Rewind has fallen apart with a backdash on the meter burn.
There you go. And you see, that's what we're talking about with the meter management by Luke. He knew Rewind was going to try and get out of that EX rune, so he doesn't even spend the rune, keeps it relatively safe by conditioning alone. Wow, another beautiful backdash by Rewind. And again, the jumping punches are killing Rewind right now. And there goes all of his meter. He has no meter to work with right now.
And he's going to throw the mix. What a backdash from Rewind. Anything can happen.
No!
Oh, not like this.
iLuusions.
Not like this.
You could tell that went so differently in iLuusions' head right now. You can tell he's thinking to himself, yeah, that's how I'm going to close it out and go up 2-0. And Rewind, shutting that down quicker than Negan. Oh, clipped him with the last hit of that string, but still no conversion.
But we know, watching iLuusions, he has such a high hit rate with Skydrop.
And the air-to-air again. iLuusions has shown that he controls the air. That air is all that belongs to iLuusions right now. And an empty jump forward in the jump back and using that armor is just the smartest play by iLuusions right now.
He's gonna pull up again. He gets it after the whip down three, and now he's back in the money pit. And this is just, he just pressed the buttons. Why not? And you have hyper armor around you. But luckily, iLuusions over-jumping, overextending, putting his back to the corner.
Wow, and a hell of a block on that back too by iLuusions.
Oh, and this time it works.
Okay, you want to talk about iLuusions just throwing set point? Here, Winners looking to go on even further.
Oh, and rest in peace to Rewind's meter right now.
That conversion of the 4-4, and he's going for the mix. That's the confidence that we're talking about. For him to have the confidence in those setups, to know that he's just going to go with that forward trance because it's always seeming to hit.
Oh, that back one, shredding that armor. And that was the perfect time to do it. iLuusions tried to catch him jumping out of the corner, and oh, that wasn't a big punish though. Rewind has left a lot of damage on the table.
Not everyone can be Michelangelo and get those raw trances, but even now, getting opened up by just a raw forward 4. Rewind, getting the mix to work in his favor now as well.
I think iLuusions just kind of gave it up there, let go of block. Because if he would have blocked a windmill punch, it would have given Rewind so much extra bar here in the second round.
You know, he still has a bar to work with. Rewind sitting on a little bit more, and Rewind refusing to let that portal come on the screen. There we go. Nice little bit of extra damage due to that flame buff. That back one just eating Quan alive.
Oh, and
sir, that is no longer an overhead. There it is. That's death.
Just like that.
Oh, Swaggin!
Who's this? Bilbo Swaggin over here? 49%.
You know what? That shows that he's a little bit upset that he was down 2-0. Now, iLuusions still sitting on set point, but now Rewind finally putting himself on the board and kind of shrugging off a little bit of the pressure that was on at the beginning.
Yeah, this is a stage where he may not have found himself in ever. Big money on the line. You're going up against someone that just beat SonicFox.
Well, you take a look now, it's like all of a sudden Rewind just kind of acclimated himself to iLuusions' playstyle. We're seeing a much different, but here we go. The air still belonging to iLuusions. Beautiful jump over to switch position because he knows every time he's in that corner, he might as well just put the controller down. That back one has been just making iLuusions sweat.
Oh, of course. And that's got to be why he's gone with Liu Kang over Raiden or even Cassie. Is not only does he have this overwhelming pressure that we're witnessing, but he also has on top of that the armor shredding just in case he does get an opportunity to press a button through Rune. And what a clutch block on the 1-2 in the backdash.
No way! The jump back baiting the interactable. That was godlike.
Every time iLuusions has done jump 1, magic has happened in this match, it seems.
he controls the air in every single situation. Even now the armor.
Unfortunately, he did a flying kick into a wall. That's a conversion. Feels bad, man.
You know, Illusions keeping it simple, and wow, finally not letting that back one blow him up. Even now, Rewind getting some nice corner pressure, gonna keep himself in the game. Look at that chip!
The chip and the meter gain. He almost built another bar if Illusions didn't get out of there. And
Oh,
that's a
look
nice
at
conversion.
him, still challenging the air.
Still challenging again, just running up. He does not want Quan to breathe right now, and he does not. Rewind gets another point to stay in this match.
And here we go, Rewind on the verge. If he takes this set, you're going to a game 5, but Illusions obviously not going to want that to happen. Forcing Rewind to use the meter, you know what, you can call that a moral victory. There's those plus frames and the forward connecting. Watch your head, sir. Switching positions. And here comes the armor portal.
And it's raining armor. There is no escape.
Wow, and going for the max damage, this is going to do a lot. And actually forcing Rewind to break. If he gets hit again, it is over for him, and he will be sent to losers. On the portal in the play, Rewind, no meter to work with. Illusions has the full screen game, and that will do it. Beautiful zoning. At Revit's characters with Tanya and had a little bit of score from the Tanya with a 56.25% win rate, and of course Young with a 62.96 win rate with Jacqui.
Oh, and look at the walk back. Using that incredibly fast walk back speed from Jacqui to just casually walk away from that drone kick. That was insane.
And this is really one of the beautiful things to be able to see. Really, you only see it among training partners for the most part. Being that they play together so much, undoubtedly, they're really going to need to be pulling out every single trick in the book to be able to throw each other off. We're talking surprises that they haven't even seen before. But now, take a look. Young Monster actually got the first round there, but like you said, Revit is a monster with Tanya across all variations.
And turning things around quick. Oh, and coming off the bar for the extra damage, 36%. Oh, great damage, and that is a launcher. That should close it out. And just like that, flick of the switch, back and forth already between these two.
It's one of those things you gotta wonder if they're giving each other props right now from next to each other. Think about it, this is a tournament setting. A first of 3 just like anything else. And this is an extremely close look at just the trickery by Dragon Naginata.
This is one of my favorite things to watch here at the Kombat Cup is Revetleafing with Dragon Naginata. The way that he controls space, and it's just something that you have to look at and almost admire. The way that he's thinking ahead, and all of the movements are insane. But here we go. Jacqui doing her damage, knocking down in the corner, and doesn't respect a wake-up whatsoever. Does Young Monster a wake-up
alive in that second round, answering back with a very strong little round of his own. But in that third round, that was all Young Monster.
Oh, and what a start from Revit here.
Revit has had really good control of the mid-screen, but the only issue with this is that he keeps putting himself in the corner. You see here, finally be able to switch positions, keeping his back into open space. No doubt that's where he needs to be, but Young Monster disrespecting the meaty setup. That was beautiful.
That is confidence right there. If you delay your wake-up through a meaty and you swing, the ball's on that man. And the knowledge to have played his brother probably that many times, and that was probably... What's scary is that was probably, you know, meant to be.
And look at this interesting keep-away game. No doubt Revit was trying to stay away from with those teleports because he had the life lead. Now he has no choice but to go in the danger zone, and Young Monster taking round number 1 narrowly. But Revetleafing has a little bit of a meter advantage sitting on a fully loaded gun, while Young Monster not too far behind. Savage out to in that mid-screen game. And here comes some juicy corner damage. Dragon Naginata not known for really that heavy damage, but 32% in this sort of fashion is definitely nothing to underrate. We're seeing now just kind of frantically trying to keep the turn in his favor, but now we've seen on the other side how Young Monster can do some massive damage in the corner. Revit knowing that, going for the reverse grab and taking round number 2 yet again.
Both of these guys awful close to both having X-Ray. Young Monster already there, and wow! Coming off 2 bars, going for some big damage, 39%. But A quick wake up from Young Monster to reverse the positioning, and Revet just getting out of the corner for free there with the wake up kick.
And we're seeing now, this is exactly what we were talking about before. Revet has the life lead. Oh, but he goes in and gets hit with that whiff punish. Now Young Monster still has the positioning to work with. Revet needs to stay away from the corner, and that is not the way to do it. He is now off his meter and now doesn't have the life lead. He has to go in, but that is not the way to do it. Getting clipped by that jump. Young Monster on the verge and closing it out. And imagine what they're saying to each other right now. You know they have to be saying something. Not only Jacqui mirror, full auto mirror.
Full auto mirror, and what a whip punish to start us out from Revet with Young's character.
You can imagine the amount of salt if he actually gets away with it, but Young Monster doing extremely well right now. There you go, trying to get something started there, but a quick drop. You can obviously tell that he's not as comfortable with Jacqui as he is with Tanya. But being that he's down 2-0, this is his lock for the remainder of the set. A beautiful hit conversion, trying to get as much damage as possible. Unfortunate drop at the end, but he still has the life lead to work with.
And Revetleafing lead now. Oh, he didn't commit to 1-2-1-2, and there's no reason whatsoever not to do 1-2-1-2.
He gets hit, nice block. It's still getting the plus switch, but misses the anti-air. Should have just got that down 2. No doubt would have helped him take that round, but now Young Monster sitting on set point, looking to eliminate his brother in the online-offline set. There we go. Revetleafing getting thrown into the corner. The reset, using the bar, and it proves to be successful. Here comes another juicy setup, but just misses it. Spending that bar to stay far away from that dangerous damage.
A great conversion here from Revet. It's almost as if he knows what this character is about.
It's weird. It's like he's seen someone play the character before.
Yeah, all the time. Big drop, though. And luckily, Jacqui's limb's not enough there, and they drop the conversion again. Anything can happen now.
Not like this. You do not want to drop that conversion and stop yourself from taking a round.
It got one bullet. That's all he needed, was one bullet there through the EX rocket, and Revet staying alive as best he can right now.
If he was only a few frames off, that would have cost him the entire set. You see now just kind of trading bullets there. But another drop that Revet needs to pick up the execution here if he wants to take not even this game, not even the set, but just the game alone.
Look at how much mix Young Monster is throwing right now. And back into the corner, here we go.
Wait a minute, Revet coming to life. Look at all this damage, going for the EX grab, for the
and
reset.
It's a full run.
Going for the grab, unbreakable damage. Ducks the grab. I don't believe it.
Between two brothers that play the game.
Now keep in mind, without the HUD being there, know that Young Monster is playing Pyro and Revet is playing Jacqui.
Who would have thought?
I never would have thought I've seen this in a million years. But even now, Revetleafing is making good use of that absorption, that full auto can work. But running all the way in with a whiff punish. Revetleafing getting some damage, but still does not have the life lead to work with, even after that follow-up. Gets the mess up, but unfortunately just missing. Here comes Young. The purple dust still ready to go.
And it runs right back, and it looks like it comboed.
Wait a minute.
Oh, it doesn't get away from that one, though. And now they're back to full screen, which is where Young Monster has been winning this match against full auto of all characters.
Young Monster still sitting on set point, but Revetleafing not ready to give it up just yet. It's still looking to at least take this to the third round. Doing relatively well, but he has no leader to work with. Young Monster has been amazing. Oh, that is a massive, massive, massive punish. Oh, just barely clipping him there. Unfortunate for Young Monster, no follow-up can be made. We're seeing just kind of a scramble here. Gets hit on the fully charged.
Huge damage! Sent right back, but wow, just like that. Just like that.
Young Monster taking it with the reverse character switch. Offline. That was offline.